Hi ladies and gents, hope you're in good health, hope you're in a good place. So I recently met this young fellow goes by the name of Roman, who lives next door to me, same landlady. He seems like a really nice guy of Russian, Lithuanian descent, but lived in Ireland since he was a small child, from what I can gather. As Irish can be. Anyway, we talked about this and that, how tough this year is, and how dark clouds are looming over all of us. Short-term prospects don't look great. It kind of drew my attention to an interesting point. This pandemic has the potential to change some very important things in terms of how we work and go about our lives. Roman's job is working with a computer, like a lot of folks, same as my housemate. And he can do his job at home. If you've got a phone, computer, internet connection, you can perform your duties from your bedroom. Don't need to be in the office. It's cheaper from a business standpoint for a lot of companies here and around the world to have employees working remotely. It can be a cost-cutting exercise hugely. If you're like me, this isn't an option. If you are working in the catering industry, kitchen, bar staff, you're on the front line. Or if you work in a supermarket, your physical presence is required in the building. IT workers though, men and women working in sales, tech jobs, etc., they don't have to be held to a physical location. I know from conversations I've had or overheard that possible large-scale re-evaluations are taking place regarding working practices, and yeah, it could be hugely significant. Another thing Roman and I were discussing was our good fortune to live in a country like this one, which is stable and relatively well off, where the state does play its part in looking after the population. Many countries, let's think of some far larger countries, Brazil, India, Russia, governments are not helping out the poor or even the middle classes. Some regimes are pretty callous. We're witnessing that. When a real crisis hits, the true colours of corrupt authoritarian governments are laid bare. So, from my standpoint, there are reasons to be grateful. The global economy has hit big trouble, of course. This is an ongoing, very serious crisis. Some parts of the world more negatively affected than others, but yeah, the pandemic is a worldwide problem. The difficulties, the pain, overstretched healthcare services, it's a humanity problem, and one which I think calls for a united effort. Now, nationalists and toxic leaders, they want to use this to drive people apart, point fingers, attack, recriminations, stirring up the hatred. We've seen it all before. We can't let them win. There's far too much at stake. Global crises, it's surely going to be an ongoing theme, a reality of 21st century life. But think, the collective resources of humanity are immense. It's not an inevitability that we should fail to meet the challenges we face in the years and decades to come. We just can't afford to bow down to reactionaries, to bow down to the smallest among us. Okay, anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Please rate, comment and subscribe. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves.